What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jarrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
How's it going?
And to my left, Zachary Parks.
Yo.
And our special guest, also to my left, my beautiful bride, Samantha White-Wilson.
What's up, everybody?
Coming back for the second time.
Sorry.
I like our
Coming back for the
soundboard.
second
That's our
time.
soundboard right here.
She hasn't been on the show since episode 21, the drunk
It's a
episode.
long
The drunk
time ago.
episode.
Don't go back to it. You don't need to
You don't
re-listen
need
to
to
If you
that.
really want to,
back.
I mean, you could, but it's a long
could.
time ago. But now here she
Talked
is.
about Mario Kart, right?
Yeah, we talked about it because we talked
What
about
a
like party
coincidence.
games and stuff like that. So yeah,
That's right.
So we were talking about all the things, but
There's
now
a theme.
yeah,
I only
There's a
like
theme.
Mario.
comes back for the
Spoiler.
Mario-centric episodes. But in case you did not know, Team Chat Podcast is a video game podcast where we talk about games, the ones we love, the ones we hate, and everything in between. If you want to get in contact with us, you can do that by sending us an email at teamchatpodcast@gmail.com, following us on Twitter, liking us on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube and iTunes channel.
We have two YouTube. We have two YouTube.
I like
It's plural.
I like YouTunes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
is
open
that
up
what you
my
said?
own
That's
competitor
the
platform.
competitor to iTunes that we're doing.
Yeah.
So
It's
there we
gonna
go.
be like a
YouTunes.
janky Chinese knockoff.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But if you would like to support the show, you can do that as well by going to patreon.com/teamchatpodcast, where for as little as $1 a month, you can support the show, and in return, we will give you a cool perk, like getting the episode early before its general Tuesday release, and access to our Team Chat Podcast private Discord server.
We've got pitchfork emojis, streams, all kinds of good stuff.
know.
News.
It's really taken
Getting
off.
excited.
It's great. But again, that is patreon.com/teamchatpodcast. And now we do have an update. We actually have two updates for the song contest.
Oh, I was
It's
about
a
to say,
big
what do we
week.
have updates
I think I know
about?
one of them.
It's a big week. So last week, the hint was given by Mogan.
Ah, yes.
Do you remember what it was?
It was patience expiring, initiating passive-aggressive mode or something like that.
Yes.
That's a
I
lot
think
of
it's really
words.
close. But do you know what it's from?
Why would I know what that is?
should.
It
You
from
actually-
Mario?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
literally from Mario
Oh.
Odyssey.
Super
I
Mario
don't know.
Odyssey.
Ah.
And it was correctly guessed by Dylan.
Yeah.
So he'll be sending us a song and hint for a future episode.
It is
but
worth
also,
noting that he incorrectly guessed it first.
Yes.
And he
So
had
he's
it shot
DQ'd
down.
forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
well, we're trying to be helpful now.
Never
So
mind.
now I actually be like, you're getting close. So that way, hopefully, they
You
can
had a
come
good
around.
guess the
It
first time.
was.
Portal.
Portal.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that would
Excellent
was a
guess.
sound
good
like
guess.
a portal.
Because that's what I was saying. I was like, I can
Yeah.
actually hear GLaDOS saying that.
That was rock
it made a lot
solid,
of
except
sense.
that I think that if he had actually listened to the song, he would not have guessed Portal because
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like Portal at all.
Wait, so
true.
what song was it?
It's the one from the wooded forest area
Oh,
of
okay.
Super Mario Odyssey. You know the little like watering can robots?
Oh,
There's
yeah, yeah.
that one section where if you go to like the charging stations, only one of the charging stations is
Oh,
working.
okay, I know what you're talking
and
about.
it's the little line of waiting robots, and one of the ones in line is like, patience expiring, initiating passive-aggressive mode.
Yeah, no, I do remember what you're talking about now. But no, I never would have guessed it. I don't put these things together, really.
Well,
I
and
don't pay that much attention.
Well, you guys, the TV was low when I was playing.
yeah, so we couldn't hear the music that well because
Oh,
Fender
you're missing
gets
out on the-
set off by
the music of the game.
little noises every
Oh,
once
Oh,
in a
I
while.
am when I
don't
play?
know.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
no,
good.
I'm not.
Good.
I just
I feel like
literally
that's a big
don't pay
part
that much
of
attention.
Mario.
Oh.
You guys need to get Fender little earmuffs so
Yeah.
that he can
We're
not
gonna try
listen
the
to
Thunder
the
jacket,
games.
actually.
What does that mean?
It's just like a
It's one
tight,
of
heavy
those-
weighted jacket that he can wear.
You know what I thought? Like, you're going to turn the volume up so loud that you're like... that's what I thought. Like, Thunderjack Fender. Like, yeah, this will cure him. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Thunder Jacket.
No, we're not.
he has
I was
to
Thunder
function.
Jack it.
turn it down.
We're not. We're not assholes.
Yeah,
I like Zach's version. I think you guys
You got a
should
hearing
try
problem? Fixed it.
No, we would never.
But we also have another update to the week prior song contest. Tuesday morning, like literally 8:55.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Somebody came in and got the hint correct. So it was, which it was from mine, where it was you use gold, wood, and food to build your empire.
Minecraft.
No.
That's what I said last
Actually
time.
not.
I know. I said it last time. I was wrong.
But my buddy Mark Van Bree came in with the win, guessing Civilization.
Van Bree.
First time,
Wait,
new
I thought
winner.
it was Age of Empires.
No, remember we
Oh,
had
sorry.
This,
Oh, joke's on
snap.
you.
Because
we
Dylan
had this
guessed-
mixed up last time.
Dylan guessed Civilization. That's right. Dylan guessed Civilization incorrectly. I tried again. He guessed Farmville as a secondary guess. Wrong.
Zing.
And
Tell
then
him to stop guessing.
Mark Van Bree came in with Age of Empires, and that was the correct
Rock
guess.
solid.
Way to go, Mark Van Bree.
I know.
Oh,
So he already gave us, he sent in his song and hint already, so it is prepped and ready for the end of this
Ooh, I'm
episode. So
excited.
check
What a
back.
polished episode we have.
I know, right?
Already.
All prepared.
Maybe you should
fact,
have
we
Mark
should
Van Bree
stop.
on.
Should to talk about Civilization.
Mark
He-
Van Bree. Be on the podcast.
All right,
Dylan, stop guessing.
Sam's not in
So,
charge here,
that's been
Dylan.
nice.
She doesn't know.
But today, we are doing a review episode of the recently released Super Mario Odyssey.
Wee-hee!
We've all now played the game. Ooh.
I know you can do it.
Woohoo!
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Should've been better.
What was the Jigglypuff?
Oh, the
What?
song that she sings.
No. You
It's
have.
the song. Yeah, it's the song when she sings
there
it
we
in
go.
Super
That's what it
Super
is.
Smash Brothers to make you fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's like, fla, fla, fla. That's what it
It's
sounds
beautiful.
like.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Although it has a little bit of musical accompaniment to it. But we have all four played the game, and that's why we asked Sam to be on the episode with
True
us.
statement.
Because we wanted to.
That's a half hour ago.
That's a fact. I played a little bit.
You were able to get through a world.
I
You
actually
played
did a whole
boss.
world and beat a boss.
Yeah, he got at least like 5 moons, which is
Yeah.
plenty. That's enough
I
moons.
did.
And you
That's all
beat
you
that brutal just now?
Oh, yeah.
I stopped paying attention.
I did.
So we're all set and ready to go. So I think, though, of the two of us who are here, Mogan and Sam have played it the most. So
Did you beat it yet?
No, I haven't beaten it yet. Have you?
I beat that bitch.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah.
Ground
Well,
pound.
actually, we can get into it, but
Okay.
I got to the credits.
Oh, okay. Oh, so just like the first, because everybody knows that when you beat a Mario game, you're
not done.
You didn't really
Yeah, yeah,
beat
yeah.
the Mario
Well,
game.
yeah.
There's a bunch left.
But you probably did all the worlds and stuff, right?
No,
No.
I'm not.
There's
done
like
with
bonus.
round-
I don't know if you want to know anything.
Yeah, I see. So the
Blue
thing is,
moons
this
and
one is
stuff?
so. We're gonna get into it a little bit more
Yeah.
here in just a little while. It's so much like Super Mario Galaxy to me that it's like I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they're all the same.
Exactly, they're all the same. So I feel like there's nothing to be spoiled, and even if you tell me what's gonna happen, I'm still going to have the same level of enjoyment.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is one of those cases where it's like, yeah, come at me with spoilers. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
I've been-
still gonna have an
I've been watching
insane
Sam
amount of
play
fun.
it a lot
Yeah.
in the exact same way. Normally, movies, games, TV, I don't want to know.
Our
I don't wanna know
producer
what's going
Henry
on.
is like mad mugging Zach right now. Hi,
Kitty.
Hi, kitty.
He's going to kill you.
He gonna kill you.
He's gonna
Maybe he should be dressed up as Mario for Halloween. Maybe he should. No, he
should
should be a
be.
brutal.
What's that?
He'd be a good
It's what the
brutal.
bosses are
The
called.
boss you just beat.
Oh, they're called Brutals?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Amateur.
Okay, so where do we want to kick it off then? Because we'll try to be not overly spoilery with the game, but obviously too, like we got to talk about it a little
Princess
bit.
gets captured.
So yeah, so why don't we
It's
start with
Mario.
like the
Yeah.
basics?
The only spoiler is that, like you're saying, and it's not really a spoiler, once you finish, you're not really finished.
Yeah.
Like, even after you get to the end and you see the credits, there's still worlds you haven't explored yet.
Absolutely. And that's how every Mario game should be. And in fact, if they weren't that way, I would have rioted. So that's like good to know that it is clearly
Yeah,
following
there's
the
more.
formula that I've come to expect and love.
In fact, know that once you get to the credits, the first like bonus world that you get to play in has been my favorite one so far.
Does it have Rosalina in it?
Who is that?
Oh, from Mario Galaxy, you plebe.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
God.
No, but and one of the things in my notes is where the fuck is Yoshi?
Oh,
And I think he's going to show up in this one.
Oh my god, I'm excited. Yay.
me
Because
too.
there cannot be a Mario game without Yoshi. He's
Yeah.
going to be there.
It feels weird
Yeah.
that he's not.
You guys done
Okay?
Sorry, we were just trying to like,
It's like we were on a weird double date.
no, we were like trying to just get everything
Get the
leveled out
levels
and everything.
right.
So we're all good. We're all good now. Just
There is no.
the board's over there.
There's
so.
no Yoshi. That's a spoiler.
No, there's not.
That's a
You
bummer.
weren't
Well, no,
listening.
you didn't hear the end.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think he shows up at the end. I haven't gotten to it
Oh.
yet. But all of a sudden, in this new like bonus world,
Yeah.
we'll call it a bonus world.
Okay.
There's apples everywhere.
Oh, that's
Oh,
totally
Yoshi
for
And a,
loves
Yoshi.
toad,
apples.
and a toad says it's Yoshi's favorite food. So I think I just haven't found him yet, but he's got to exist.
I found another little kind of, ooh, that makes sense. Ooh,
Okay, that's the other
yay.
spoiler. Once you get to the end, a lot of other things make
Okay,
sense.
gotcha. I gotcha. The pieces are starting to fall together. You could even say that perhaps the painting is being completed.
Exactly.
Oh,
Little
spoilers, you
throwback.
guys.
64.
Okay, so then let's start off with then. So we all basically know, everybody knows the essential premise of this game, where it's Bowser and Peach are going to be married forcefully. Which let's talk about that for a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's my first question slash
knock against the game.
argument against it. Yeah.
Like, what the hell's up with that?
Well, I mean, how many times? Nothing. How many fucking times?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Right, curse.
We say that. Oh, give
I
one.
was gonna
Give
say
one
worse.
for Sam.
How many times is this stupid princess gonna have to be saved? Like, come up with a more creative storyline. God damn it.
I do like it when Luigi is the one that gets kidnapped because
That's
that one,
funny.
yeah, it's
That's
really
funny.
funny.
When does that happen? Oh, that happened in Galaxy.
Yeah, it happens in a couple of them where
Yeah.
Luigi like
Galaxy
goes
y'all are
missing.
talking about?
Mario Galaxy
What
from
is
the
that?
Wii. You
It's
guys
a great
literally
game.
have
Okay, we
one.
skipped
Yeah, but we don't
that.
have
have
that
a
one.
Wii.
That's
you
that's
have
worth going
access.
back
That's
to.
next.
It
You
is a
should get Mario
fantastic game.
Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. They are the
Both
two
great.
best games from the
Galaxy.
era.
Ye-
For God's sake, Sam.
Yeah, they're very good. good.
You're supposed to be the
Team
Mario
Chat's Christmas gift to me.
Yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
We just
That
got
benefits me as
volunteered
well.
for gift giving.
So this starts off with that. You're having to save Princess Peach from Bowser, and what's different too is that he's on a huge airship, and then you're trying to chase after him. You get knocked off of it, and you land in this world that is inhabited by floating hats, where you meet your new sidekick and companion for the game, Cappy.
Cappy is so
Catty.
cute.
Cappy is the best.
I love Cappy.
As
He's
soon
like,
as Jared
oh.
showed me the trailer for the game, I was pumped because I thought that was so cute.
See, when I first saw Cappy like in the trailers, I was like, I don't know about that. Seems kind of dumb. And then I was like, what was I thinking? Of course I was going to love Cappy. How could I not?
I do, as lame as I think the storyline is about Princess Peach and Bowser getting married, I do also love that she has like a tiara with a face.
I
thought
do
that was
too.
so
The little
cute.
so Cappy,
it's Cappy's sister,
yeah, because
right?
the backstory here is that not only has Peach been abducted, but like her whole wedding attire is that Bowser has also kidnapped Cappy's sister.
Yeah.
Her name is just Tiara, right?
I don't actually
Yeah.
no, I feel like she has a different name.
No, it's TR. I just saw
okay.
it earlier
I
when
think
Zach
they've
was
only
playing.
mentioned it a handful of times, but yeah. So his little sister, his little Tiara sister, has been kidnapped. So she's also with Peach, which gives me some comfort to know that Peach has a friend, Tiara, with her. So I really hope that eventually we're going to get Mario Odyssey 2, where you're just Peach and Tiara.
That would be fun.
Oh, that would be fun.
would
Or
be
even
Well, you know,
DLC.
I was reading about the bonus worlds today because I had to do a little educational prep.
Oh,
before
nice.
this, so I knew
Good
what I was
for you.
talking about. And it said something about. Well, I don't want to give it away, but I think that might happen in this game. I can't tell if you get to actually play her or if it comes back and it's in one of the movies. But it happens.
Okay, interesting.
So,
Interesting.
do you think though that maybe because I know there's a Princess Peach in a wedding dress amiibo? Do you think
Oh, yeah.
that unlocks something?
It could. I actually didn't look that much into the amiibo for this particular game because I was basically like saving my budget for other things. So I was like, I know I'm not going to buy them. I'm not even
Yeah,
going to
what's the deal
ruin
with those?
So they do certain things within the game, but I don't know what they do because I didn't bother to look it up.
It's Nintendo's version
Yeah.
of
I'll have to
microtransactions.
look
Yeah,
that
it
up
is.
too.
But they're all sold out now anyways, so don't even bother.
Yeah, because I think they let you wear Mario's white wedding tuxedo.
No, you get to wear that at the end.
Oh, okay. So then it maybe
When
it's
you kill
Princess.
Bowser, that's
oh,
what
no,
you're
no,
wearing.
no! If you scan the Peach one, you get to wear her wedding dress.
Now that's
As Mario?
Yes, I know. Isn't that wonderful?
So cute.
It's so cute. He looks so good.
I know we'll have to try to find it. Surely they'll reproduce them.
Jared, God.
I need that one.
Or maybe
It's
if
excellent.
anybody knows if a friend of the podcast happened to buy that amiibo and wants to let us just to
We would
scan
love
it.
to
real
have
quick.
it. I don't
They'd
even
like
need
to
to
give
keep
us-
it. I don't even want to keep it.
Yeah, we just
I
gotta
just
scan
want
it
to
and give
scan
it back.
it.
Just scan it just once, and then you can leave the wedding dress on forever and
Oh
never
my
take
gosh.
it off. He
Can we
looks
talk about,
fine.
Can we go ahead and move on to outfits?
Yeah.
then?
Yeah, we can.
You two kind of drive how we want this to go. 'cause
Yeah.
you're
You
Okay,
guys
so
are the
we've
ones
got
that played
like
the
the
most.
world one
Well,
down.
Zach
which
and I
is
will ask
where-
questions.
Yeah,
Sure,
there
you go.
So world one, you meet Cappy,
I know
you
my
get
role.
him, you become awesome instantly because Cappy is the best. Also, the little cat people, they have such cute voices. They're the best. But anyways,
the salesman in the stores?
yes,
Oh.
they're so adorable. They're
See,
always
I
like,
don't
"You
even
look
pay
so-"
attention to that kind of
Sam!
stuff. I'm like, buy the outfit and get out.
God.
Okay, so
I got game to play.
We were watching the opening cinematic, and Sam was like, "I'm tired of this already. I
Oh
need
my
to get to
God,
play."
Sam. No wonder
I
you
don't
didn't
need
like
the
Life is
storyline.
Strange. Oh, for God's sake.
Which is why I've
okay.
always loved Mario.
That's
because
true, 'cause you
I
really don't need
No,
it.
and
No.
one of my complaints about this, although then I thought back about 64 and it wasn't linear either, is that I really like the linear.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. I was sad that it wasn't linear, but again, 64 wasn't either. But I do like all of the jumping into the tubes and going into the flat versions. I love
do
that.
too.
I
I think
that was
that's such a nice little
addition.
Exactly. But so the worlds that you actually get to go to, what do you think of your awesome airship that is literally shaped like a top hat? Because I think it's
it's whatever.
the greatest thing ever.
I don't pay
whatever.
attention to those things.
How do you not pine
like,
over every
ship
little
top hat.
detail?
Sure, it was fine.
I counted how many engines it had on the back. I was like, how many are
many
there?
Have you
Does it have
jumped
that
into
at the
the
bottom?
ship from the back?
No! Oh my God! What?
Nothing
you
happens.
Can do that?
Nothing can. You
But
jump into
can.
the tube and you
That's
can enter
all
the ship that way.
Because that's actually a really interesting little callback to Mario Galaxy because you could go into
Again,
your
with the
ship,
Galaxy.
which was like shaped
You
like
keep
your
saying this
face.
word.
This was
Oh,
actually
that's fun.
Galaxy 2. Or you could go in by jumping into the chimney and ground
so it's the
pounding
same
down.
thing.
It's the
Yeah, yeah.
same concept.
And when I
That's
figured
good
that
to
out, I was
know.
all excited, but you just enter the ship. Nothing
there.
happens.
Well, that's okay. It's still exciting. I still love it.
It is
That's
fun
the kind
that
of stuff
there's-
that I live for.
yeah, I do like a lot of those details.
So the other
The ones I pay
details, of
attention
course,
to.
for all the worlds would be the outfits, which
Yeah.
are wonderful. And what's your favorite outfit so far?
Oh no! I did think the tux at the end was very funny.
It is very dapper. Do you mix and match, or do you like stick with themes only?
I've definitely mixed and matched because I get so antsy. And when you find the store the first time, if I have enough of the purple coins or whatever you want to call them, I go ahead and buy what I can.
There you go.
So I might buy the hat. I might buy like the chef's hat, even though I'm still wearing my.
I think didn't you have that with the swim with the swim floaty on for a while?
Come on.
Oh no,
Sam.
the other way. I wore my swim goggles and this thing.
The snorkel.
Snorkel. Thank you. I can go with what that was called. I wore that with a lot of outfits because I just forgot to buy the new hat.
Wow. So for those of you that haven't played any of Mario Odyssey, every new world that you go to has like a theme. So there's one that's like food themed, so you get a chef's outfit. There's one that's like Mexico themed, I guess, so you get a little poncho and a sombrero.
Which is so far of the ones I've seen. I'm the cowboy right now because she got the sombrero and the poncho, so I want to change it up.
Because there's 2 outfits per world.
There's like 2 outfits per world. One you buy with coins.
Yes.
And one you buy with the rare or the world specific.
No, you buy them
coins.
both with the purple coins.
Do you really?
Oh, because in the first world, in the Mexico desert themed one, you can buy the one that's purple and yellow. That's the cap stores colors.
You're
you can
right.
buy that.
Right. Yeah.
And that one you can buy with the gold coins, and then the sombrero and poncho and the cowboy outfit you can buy with the special coins.
Right.
There's a lot of things you can buy. There's also like little trinkets and things.
Stickers.
I love the trinkets
I haven't been buying any of them. I will when I go back and keep playing.
They make your ship look awesome so that every new cutscene is a little bit better.
Oh, is that when they are? Is that where they use them?
Yeah, so like if you buy something within a world, you
ship.
buy like the watering can sculpture, it goes inside your ship. And then every cutscene from then on, you're like surrounded by your trophies from where
that's
you
cool.
were.
Like,
okay, I wondered how those would come into play.
And there's like not statues, just like little knick-knack things.
Yeah.
And they decorate
That's
the inside of
cool.
your ship.
Like a little frog statue. It's awesome. Oh no, he's a plushie. It's a frog plushie wearing a little top
cute.
hat. So cute. So what do you think of the gameplay? How comparable do you think it is to something like Mario 64, for example?
Well, when Mario 64 came out, I was a kid, obviously. And I remember
what were your thoughts on that as a kid? What did you think about the mechanics?
But I remember it being really frustrating to beat. It was a lot harder. And this was a breeze.
Yeah.
I mean, when you guys were here last weekend, I had just started New Donk City and I beat it like
then
3
2
days later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of the bosses are hard to beat, really.
No,
they're all
not.
the same thing. But I don't mind that, really. And I don't mind... so in this Mario, you don't really lose lives ever. There's no lives. Every time you die, you lose 10 coins instead. And, by the end, you have like 6,000 coins. So you're never going to run out of
You can have like over
gameplay.
1,000 coins by the time you're done with the first level, the one where you meet Cappy.
And I like that because it makes it easier.
See, that's interesting because I have like the exact opposite opinion.
You
I'm
wanna
like,
die?
I mean, that's genuinely one of the only things that I have that I would consider a complaint about the game is that I do think it's too easy.
Yeah.
Like I understand
easy.
I understand that it's primarily a game that is largely aimed at an audience of children and adult children alike. So they do want to make it very accessible, but part of me really misses the skill curve.
Yeah.
Like I wish that it had more of that skill and even just like painful difficulty of rage quitting a game built in. And I actually hate that you don't have lives. And the coin system seems useless to me because not only do the coins basically mean nothing because you have a billion of them in no time, but even so, let's say I've got my beer can in beer can world and it's surrounded by a little ring of coins. I get all the coins and then I go somewhere else and then I go, oh wait, I forgot to get the checkpoint flag. So I go back, the game hasn't even changed frames and the coins have already repopulated.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? I already got them. Why are they back? This is too easy.
Don't you think it's imitating these real life microtransactions though? Like, I almost feel like they're encouraging you to spend your coins so that you'll spend real money. Right?
No.
Although there's not a way
I don't think that's
there's not
the
a way though
case.
to buy anything in Mario with real money, right?
No, there's not.
none
Really,
of
it's
that.
just
only the
amiibos.
Well,
I mean, it
know.
might be like subliminal advertising, I guess. That could be what Sam's getting at. But no, I disagree.
That's a bummer that it sounds easy.
It's easy. So now this was actually kind of similar. I don't know how much you remember of Mario Galaxy. It was really easy.
Mario Galaxy, you said Mario Galaxy is easy?
I felt that it was
I thought
very
it was easy.
until you got to what we would consider with Mario Odyssey the bonus levels, which were the green stars.
Those are hard.
So in
Those
Galaxy, you had the main storyline, which was just getting stars. And then when the game ended and you came back, you got this whole new suite of levels where you were just collecting green stars. And those levels were hard.
Those were
What
very
do the green
hard.
stars do? Are you just trying to collect
they're just
them?
special.
Yeah.
They're just special additional options to the game. Really, it's just more levels. It's just more levels of increasingly difficult platforms. So I would say that was the highlight of those games for me, was the difficult ones. Because the easy stuff, it's really fun, but where's the challenge? I mean, I've died a couple of times just on blind stupidity on my own part, which is like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Sometimes I'll just look over the edge and I'll be like, I wonder if there's anything down there, even though it's just open space, and I'll be like, well, you might as well try once, and I'll jump
Sometimes
off.
there is.
YOLO.
Sometimes there is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes there's
You
stuff
land on
down
a ledge
there.
and you're like, holy shit.
And you're like, I found the stuff.
Purple coins.
Exactly. So sometimes you just got to launch yourself off and hope for the best. And that's like really fun. But other times it's just derping around and stupid dying, as opposed to this is a really hard level with
I
tight
can't get
turnaround, tight timing. That's the thing. I'm not finding the timing to be very difficult yet. It seems very easy, which, obviously I can understand why they would have done it that way, but there's a huge part of me that wishes it were more difficult.
You would almost think that with the type of game that it is and how it's set up, that they could have easily, I feel like, implemented a difficulty setting, like a difficulty slider for the game.
That's not what Nintendo does.
It's not, but
No.
but because
Like,
this is more of a different take slightly on the Mario games and how it's set up and how it performs, like you would think because of that factor that they would have done something to maybe add in a little bit more. But maybe the whole point of it is just literally to be a leisurely play game.
Yeah, and I can understand that too. And so I think that even the level design kind of reflects that, because it is much more open world than a lot of the past games have been. I mean, even with Mario Galaxy, for example, even though the hub was kind of a little bit more open, once you actually got to a level, it was pretty linear going from point A to point B. I kind of don't feel like that's quite the case with Mario Odyssey. It does feel like you have kind of the option to figure out where you're going to go first. And the levels reflect those options in that you have a bunch of different areas, all with different checkpoint flags. And you can get those in whatever order you want to.
You can also collect the moons in any order.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter which 15
it doesn't.
moons you
Exactly.
get. You 15 of
you
the
can
30
just
moons
get,
or
so
whatever.
you could potentially go through a level, get the bare minimum amount of moons to progress, and never go back for the others. I don't know what kind of psychopath would do that, but there's probably someone out there doing the bare minimum work. I don't know who that guy is, but fuck him. Anyways, that's one for the board. Had to get one.
Add a Sam one. I think I've already got like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam is
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, put her, oh, come
It's
on,
gonna be
put
a
her
lot
on
of-
there.
It's going to be a lot of fucking ticks.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're going to run out of room.
I think you and I are also just way...
It's fine.
Our like type of gaming is way different. You're a gamer. I am not really I
That's
play Mario.
false.
That's it.
You are a gamer.
Mario and
Any-
Overcooked.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
Thank you.
love
There you go.
Overcooked
And you
so
play
much.
Mario Kart? That's technically two different
But you know
games.
what I mean? You play like real games. I am playing Mario because I love Mario,
That's a
not because I love video
Different
games.
conversation. I don't think that's true. I think anyone that plays any video game is a gamer.
Well, but we come at them differently.
We-
I am looking for a
that's true.
leisurely thing.
That's true. And
You
I'll-
aren't necessarily.
That's a very
so
good
that's,
point.
That's why I like that it was pretty easy.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I shouldn't try to fault you too much for it.
So Zach, since you came in and you played this first level, this level
Yeah.
and
30
got through
seconds.
the episode, through the first boss and different stuff like that.
Yes.
How did it compare in what you, because you were able to fairly quickly get a hang of the controls.
Yeah.
Like you were trying to figure out all the different jumps and different things like
Yeah.
that. But like, how does it compare to Super Mario Galaxy or even Super Mario 64? Like how does it kind of gel with your impression?
Sure. Well, the thing that I didn't. So I mean, I don't have much. I didn't play it enough to really give a full overview of the game. Right? I liked it. I thought it was fun. I get why people are super excited about it. It was pretty easy. The fact that I did that so quickly, maybe it's
And
just.
Zach was bad.
And I wasn't doing that well.
He wasn't
I
doing
was
so
fucking up,
good.
but you figure it out and you beat the boss, and the boss was super easy. But what I loved, so like when you think about the Mario franchise, you go. Let's just start at Mario 64, right? That was like the first Mario that I really got into. So
Well,
Mario,
yeah, because you're like 12.
yeah, because I'm like 15 and a half. Mario 64 was a great game. And that was like the first iteration of Mario. Not really the first one I played, but the first one that I really was like, whoa, like video games are something. You know, I don't know. I just felt like they actually like had real... It was just such a leap forward, obviously. But I didn't realize that at the time. Anyways, Mario 64 is great. And then I skipped Mario Sunshine. But that was the next installment.
Whoa. what the fuck is Mario Sunshine?
Oh my God, Sam!
Mario Sunshine.
Jesus.
How have you let all of these things slip by me?
I can only inform you of so much.
You can be forgiven for missing Sunshine because it was GameCube era.
It was GameCube
I mean, the
era.
GameCube was the
I'm never gonna play that.
top shelf of gaming consoles in its time. They did the durability test
true.
on X-Play. Which one lived? GameCube. Xbox died in round 1, point for PlayStation.
Whoa.
PS2 made it to like round 2, and then GameCube made it all the
The
way,
woman said
baby.
point for
In
Point for
retrospect,
PlayStation.
we can
Get to
see
it.
the fault in retrospect. Hindsight is 2020. Anyways, what was Mario Sunshine the next iteration of Mario?
been.
Like the big, the big iteration, the big
that had the
advancement.
same approach that we're talking
Yes.
about with Odyssey.
And then
like-
after Sunshine was Galaxy.
Exactly.
Right? And then
Yeah.
Galaxy 2. And now Odyssey is the next step up from Galaxy. When I saw the trailer for Mario Odyssey, is that correct? Or is there something, am I missing something?
I would technically argue that Super Mario 3D World, which didn't get a lot of press because it was for the Wii U, thanks for nothing Wii U, because it was for such an unpopular console, it really didn't get a lot of attention. But it was really kind of the middle ground between Galaxy and now because it was very much along the same lines.
Oh, okay.
It was more of an open world Mario game. I would say it had a lot of similarities with both 64 and Galaxy and Odyssey.
Okay. So, when I saw the trailer for Odyssey, I was like, wow, this doesn't seem... Where can you take it? Because Galaxy, I thought, was just such an improvement. Like, amazing. I loved Galaxy. Like, the idea of gravity was like this tool you could use or get used against from. It was great.
Know that there's a Moon Kingdom in Odyssey where gravity plays.
Oh,
a part.
really?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
did you not get there yet?
No, Sam, damn it.
It's good. What sucks is then you go to a normal kingdom and you're like, oh, fuck, there's gravity
that's
here.
so sad.
My jumps are tiny.
No, lame.
But I was like, what's the advancement here? What is like the next step? And so it just looked like there's a lot of different worlds. What is like my base question is, why is Odyssey getting so much praise?
I think because of the addition of Cappy. That's a
It's not good enough for me.
But I mean,
I won't accept
30
that.
seconds. How do you know?
I want you guys to tell me, why is it getting such good reviews? I'm not telling.
So you kind of brush off the idea of Cappy being the big draw, but you really do. Playing one level isn't really quite enough to get a sense for the game. I would actually say that I wasn't really hooked with Odyssey until I was about 5 worlds in.
Yeah.
Like I played the first world and I was like, okay, I love Cappy, but I'm not really sold on this quite yet. I played the second world and I was like, okay, I mean, I like it, but I don't know if it's like as great as the reviews say.
Yeah.
And the further I get, the more interesting it gets, because when you start encountering different types of creatures just out and about in the world, which are usually like low-level enemies, you throw Cappy at them, you become them.
You're right.
They have a really great variety of the different
Sounds like you can
types
be a bunch of different things, right?
You can be a bunch of different
You
things.
can jump, you can spit fire, you can
And
spit
their
water.
mechanics
There's a
are
lot
all
of things.
really interesting, and they're built into their environments very well.
Yeah.
I think that's the key difference here, is that they are obviously using the integration between the very broad motion controls that you do have. So you were playing the game in docked mode, but I play it in the separate Joy-Con mode because it does give you a little bit more freedom and a bit more of that Mario Galaxy feel. You feel like you're just freewheeling. And that does give you a certain sense of whimsy, I would say, and the characters that you get to be just add to that feeling. And I think the more you experience it, the better it does get.
Does it feel like the most diverse Mario game you've ever played in terms of like what you can do?
Not yet, but obviously I'm not even as far as Sam is.
Yeah.
And once we do eventually get to the bonus levels, that's where I'm thinking things are probably going to start matching up to my expectations.
Yeah.
Because right now my primary complaint does have to do with the level of difficulty. So I'm really hinging a lot of hopes here on these bonus levels. So as soon as I get to them, I'll be able to give you a more accurate review.
But do you think, is it the masterpiece everyone's saying it is?
I do think it's a masterpiece.
Okay.
I think that Nintendo knocked it out of the park.
Okay.
I think that they obviously know what their audience is looking for. I do think it's the best iteration of a Mario game we could have hoped for in this present time.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay,
good.
wait, I have a lot of thoughts on all of that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I agree with everything.
Oh, good. I was about to say no.
No, not arguing thoughts. The masterpiece thing. Yes, it's literally beautiful.
It does. Well, that's the thing that when I was playing it, like and this is just an old statement we've talked about before. Nintendo and Mario specifically, they do something so well with color and like sights and sounds that no other games do.
And
it just makes you feel good.
That's actually my complaint about the experience you just got in there because the volume wasn't loud enough.
I wanted to hear it.
So actually, one of the best things about this game is that it really does have a killer soundtrack.
I know. I bet.
The soundtrack for all the different worlds. Shut up, Sam.
I literally haven't paid attention to the music except for when I heard 64 music.
Oh my
and I was
gosh!
like,
I know.
what?
That's
Is that
true.
from 64?
She called it out.
So in terms of just the sound effects and the actual soundtrack itself, it really is up there. Like it's at Galaxy level.
That Galaxy's blew
and
my mind.
Galaxy had a
music.
soundtrack that could make you cry.
It did.
It was so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to take that back a notch. I don't think Odyssey's soundtrack is at the level of Galaxy.
Okay, because Galaxy was top notch.
I take that back. That was an overstatement. It's one notch below that right now.
Okay.
But aside from soundtrack, just looking at it,
It looks beautiful.
the city level where you're in like a fake Manhattan essentially called New Donk City. Yeah. It looked so pretty and so real. I'm not joking. It was giving me vertigo because I felt like I was standing on the top of a skyscraper because it looked so real. And I would get close to the edge and think I was going to fall off and would literally have to like look at something in real life.
That must be a problem you only have when you have a really big TV screen. I'm playing on my plebe screen at home.
Hello, you're plebe.
And I'm not getting that sense.
Shut up.
But just to visually, it's so
It looks.
pretty.
I mean, what I saw looked gorgeous.
And every world is completely different. There's
of
like
course.
forest worlds, there's water worlds, there's you know what? There's no snow. Oh no, there is.
Yes,
There's
there is.
ice.
Snow. Yeah.
There's the snow
There's
world.
fire.
Yeah.
There's space. There's clouds. There's the moon. It's so pretty, all of it.
yeah.
I mean, it
looks-
really
definitely
is
looks
like a
pretty.
visual treat for the eyes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes that's not something that's a very big deal. Like, for example, you can make Call of Duty as pretty
Sure.
as you want, and I'm never going to like it. But in the case of Mario, it really is a huge hook.
Yeah.
And that combined with the soundtrack and the play experience is what's making it a really strong package deal.
Yeah.
Like, as a whole, when you put all the pieces together, they line up.
I also think that a big plus, as Mario progresses, each game I feel like has more and more there is to accomplish. So I think it's expected that this one has more than the last. I don't know what Galaxy or fucking Sunshine, whatever.
Well,
that
you're
is,
going
has
all
to
the way back to
accomplish,
64.
but-
Then
Oh, excuse me, all the way back. That was like me in my prime. For those of us who aren't fucking 12. But there's just so much to do. You have to capture moons. There's a certain number of purple coins in every world you can collect. You can buy these outfits and these little knick-knacky things.
I do feel like it's the dream of the 100%ers and the speedrunners.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
for
feel
sure.
like this is going to become a really popular game. Just for people to explore because there are a lot of little hidden nooks and crannies that are the kinds of stuff that I live for. And for speedrunning purposes, you got to know people are going to go crazy with it.
Well, and there's a lot that don't really come to light until you get to the end point.
Yes.
And they kind of, for one, the big cement blocks. Have you noticed that those are in all the worlds?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
don't tell
No,
me
no, no,
about
not the
those.
flops.
No. I know what she's talking about.
Just the
though.
big cement
Yes.
blocks.
Yes.
They're in every world, and you
something's
can't figure
gonna
out
happen
what
with them?
for. Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
yes.
Something does come to light with it.
That's exciting.
But I pointed that out when I was playing it.
Yeah,
to
the
you,
first time
like,
you came
what
across one.
are all of these for? You
I keep
can't
getting
do
so
anything with
mad
them.
every time I find one. I'm like,
Don't worry,
"Tell
they're
me
built into
your
the story. Yeah.
secrets."
So there's a lot that doesn't even come out until you get to the end.
See, that's what I'm like waiting for. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for the next step of the game. And obviously, I just have to keep progressing. I'm just not there yet. I'm really close. So we've already mentioned the moon level. I just am about to go to Bowser's airship. How close am I?
I think that was still like.
Is it called Bowser Kingdom?
Yes, my bad. It's called Bowser Kingdom.
That was like 4 or 5
Oh, okay.
worlds?
So you've already had one where you kind of spoiler. You've already had one where they tell you like you're going to this next world, but then the Odyssey crashes, right? And you end up
Yes.
somewhere else. Okay,
Yeah.
that's going to happen again.
Yes,
you
I
don't
was
quite
hoping
end
that
up at Bowser
because actually
Kingdom
I was
yet.
going back and derping around because I was like, but what if? Because I hate making progress.
Yeah, and you don't want it to end.
There's that
Yeah,
part
yeah.
of me that's
I
like,
think
no.
I think there's one more crash, and that's when you end up on the
okay,
Moon
that's
Kingdom.
exciting. Yes,
And
this
then
is
you
gonna
go
be
to
good.
Bowser.
All right, so now I'm going to go home and I'm going to go to the Moon Kingdom. I got you.
It's very fun. I liked it a lot.
Now I'm excited. I'm really excited.
There's a
about
really
it.
weird new bad guy in it that I liked.
Is his name Percival?
No.
I was just
Do these
guessing.
people have names?
I don't know.
He kind of looks like an octopus. Oh. But it took me a hot minute to figure out what you're supposed to do with them.
Okay.
So I liked it.
Oh yeah, I remember you trying to fight that guy. But that was one of the big things that I like about it, because I haven't got very far either, because I've been trying to balance my time between way too many games. And she's been playing it the whole
Sam's a
time.
game hog.
I have literally come home from work and played for probably 3 hours. I've killed the Switch twice.
Yeah.
Now.
You
I've killed
what?
its battery. Yeah.
Oh, the battery. I was about to say,
yeah.
you what now?
Yeah,
What
I'm
was
on my
that?
third Switch because she rage throwing it across the
I got
room.
going
We're
by
so
new
rich.
ones.
But but
Kidding, we're not.
You've got spare Switch money. That's how rich you are.
set up a separate bank account for it.
This is all a joke. Please give to the Patreon.
Nice plug.
I know, man. But that was one of the things that I've enjoyed about it so much, is because I'm only 4 or 5 worlds in, but it is so fun because of all the exploration that I've been able to do, and it's done a really great job of dropping these hints of what is to come. And you both have touched on it enough already, but like that is one of the big things for me, is you see the things like you'll come across picture frames and you're like, okay, well, I've played Mario before. I know this is going to have some meaning, but it's grayed out. You don't know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
You see all these different locked off areas. I really explored the is it
sand
Cascade
one.
Falls?
Oh.
The very first
dinosaur one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went all over the place on that one because I'd seen her
Nerd.
go through it a
I
little
just
bit
beat it
too.
as fast as I could, moved on.
You're that person. Oh my
But
God.
now I'll go back and play the rest. Just really wanted to beat it and get to the end and see what it was.
Yeah, see what the story was all about. But it's fun because I'd seen some of the things she did, and after she went through it, I went through, and I was like, man, I'm finding so many moons, like they're everywhere. And so it has a great way of letting you know that, hey, yeah, you can go ahead and go through the story, but there's going to be so much on the back end that you can come back and do, which I think is really nice. And I feel like obviously the older games, Super Mario 64, it was limited by the time. It was a big game. It had a lot of big worlds, and there were a lot of things you can do, but the scale of Odyssey is so much greater, I feel like, because of all
Absolutely.
that.
Well, and if you haven't played previous iterations of Mario, you won't know all of these other little things that you can do to get moons. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
But there have been things like when you caught the eagle. That's not giving anything away,
No,
right?
no.
That's pretty obvious. You didn't know that was a thing. But
Wait, he didn't?
Mario 64.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
he hadn't
man.
seen the eagle.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But in Mario 64, there's a couple of worlds where there's this random bunny running around that if you catch, you get a star. So as soon as I saw Mario in Odyssey, I was like, oh, I got to catch that fucker. He's holding a moon.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Anytime you see a bunny in Mario, it's never a good thing.
Well,
You're
but
like,
in this
that,
apparently
one,
not,
it's also
because
an
the
eagle.
That bunny needs to
you're
stop
like,
moving.
that bastard.
I need
Well,
to get
and that
him.
one Brutal is a bunny.
They're all
bunnies.
Yeah, all Broodals are
Weird,
bunnies.
deformed. Okay, so that's another thing that I'm
Humanoid
actually
bunnies.
a little not on board with is the design of the Broodals themselves. I'm not really sold on their design as characters.
I'm not really either. I don't like that they're called Broodals, Broodals.
Yeah.
That drove me insane. That was
Broodals.
I mean, I think
stupidest pun.
I think they're trying to make a pun on both the fact that rabbits breed like crazy and that they're brutal, like
Well, yeah.
like they're
And
going
it's
to beat
like a
you
brood.
up. It's weird. I don't like
it
it.
either. I thought it was very
and
dumb.
I don't like it. I wish that they had gone with the Koopas.
Yeah,
like
I'm with
that's
you
the
on that.
one thing that I'm feeling like, why did they make that choice?
there also
It
haven't been a whole
seems-
lot of turtles.
Yeah. Do you mean the Koopas?
Sure.
Oh, Sam.
But yeah. Okay, so what else stuck out? Okay, so we've talked about a lot of obviously the very good things. The bad things have been that you don't, not necessarily, the difficulty level, wish would have been a little bit higher. Brutal's not a big fan of.
I have one more complaint.
Okay.
Some of the moons seem incredibly unnecessary.
How so?
There are so very many that sometimes just going up a ledge.
Oh, 'cause they're easy?
Will get, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Why did you put this here? Just make the threshold for moons smaller and make them harder to get. Make
I
them
think
feel
'cause
like
they
an
want
accomplishment.
you to feel accomplished.
Yeah, I don't like that artificial accomplishment. You have to work for it. That's another small thing that makes me a little bit perturbed. I'm like, why is this here? Just
Yeah,
out in the
I get
open.
that.
Why
Yeah,
is this
that's a good
happening?
And this is another thing that Sam and I talked about that we didn't like. That we're not that we didn't like. We just missed it. His victory dance when he get his star from 64.
Yeah, you
where he
don't
spins
get-
around, sticks the peace sign, his two
Yeah,
fingers
I
out,
missed
like,
that.
here we
What-
go.
Also, know
what is
that-
it now?
It's just like he and Cappy
He, like,
float in
jumps
the middle
up.
of the air and like float around the moon, and then
Yeah,
like
that's
does
good,
a freeze
Zach.
frame, and it's
I
like
thought that
you
was
got
pretty
a
accurate.
moon, you
Yeah,
know.
well,
It's not as fun.
It's not as fun. No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
And I
missed
thought
it.
in there's a world that has some 64 things in it, and I thought that they would bring that out there, but they don't. I wanted everything to change in that world and if to be exact like 64.
Yeah, it sounds like you just want to play Mario 64.
Yeah, well, I might go start that again tonight.
That's what Nintendo is good
Mario
at.
64 is the best.
Oh, got it right there.
Wait, do you think it's better than Galaxy?
Mario 64? That's a really hard thing to talk about.
See, I don't. There's no comparison for me.
I mean,
like, it's
obviously
all the
Galaxy
way.
is like looks better. It
gotta play
sounds better.
Galaxy.
Like obviously Galaxy is
Yeah,
all
we have
that
to get
is those
Galaxy,
things, but
apparently.
Mario 64 there's the nostalgia factor for me.
Sam, you're gonna lose your mind over Galaxy.
Galaxy's
I want to be
fantastic.
there when
Space.
you. I want to be there when you play.
I think even bringing up the argument says a lot about Galaxy though, because Galaxy is amazing. Like it's
it
that
is
good.
like it really.
have I been?
God,
And what
Sam.
it
It's so
what,
magical.
thing
For the
is it
Wii.
on?
It's such a magical
For
game.
fuck's sake.
Now, I mean, coming off of obviously a lot of our feelings on Galaxy are probably airing into the nostalgia phase.
Sure,
where,
sure.
like we
Well,
feel
y'all's Galaxy
yeah.
is my 64.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a very accurate assumption. So
Because I'm old.
No.
well, it's just that we couldn't afford an N64 when we were growing up.
I had an N64 and Mario 64.
How about you
Wow.
shut up? How about you shut your face?
So ritzy. I bet your Mario always wore a tux. Even when it wasn't a
Burn.
thing.
What is it? Yeah, I just had the cheat code for it.
That's right. Game Shark came through.
I was like, this is gonna be Mario
You wanna wear a
Odyssey one day.
tuxedo?
What's that? Shut up.
I know the future.
I
See
know the
y'all.
future. Let's play some Mario 64.
I don't know where I was going with that thought.
Galaxy's great.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm pretty
so
sure that's how I was
actually,
gonna end.
Tap it right there.
that jogs it back. It's like Odyssey had a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
and I
that's a
do
good point,
think,
good point.
at least for me, it has done that to more of an extent than I thought it would. I was kind of prepared to be more let down, and it's like, oh, this is a pleasant surprise. I actually feel like they really met my expectations. And when I get to the bonus levels, I'll let you know if they exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, you'll have to. I mean, I see you every week, but you'll have to. We'll have to have a discussion again once you get to the credits part, I guess, because they do. My whole argument about like why does she need saving again? Like it's 2017. When are we going to stop saving princesses? They do kind of address that once you get to the end in a fun way.
Interesting.
Did you see that? When
No, I
beat
didn't
it
see
the other
that.
night? Okay.
Ooh, I'm excited to see it now.
So I don't want to spoil it because as a woman, I want you to see it and get to see it for yourself. So it is kind of interesting that they barely address the fact that that's a stupid storyline.
I mean, but that's how Nintendo does everything.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like an even mildly controversial issue, they will barely
They'll like throw it
barely
in to
hint at
say
it.
they included
Do
it.
you
yeah.
know how long it took the Pokemon games to get different skin colors available? Until last year.
Oh,
when, yeah,
wow, 2016.
when Sun and Moon came out. That's how long
What
it
year
took.
did Pokemon launch? Because I feel like that should have already
98?
been a thing by
A
the
very,
time.
very long
Yeah.
time ago. And it has never been an option.
Wow.
So we finally got to that point with Nintendo, which really, you could say a lot about how they might cling to tradition a little bit too much.
It sounds like you're their lawyer.
You
Might have
say
a
that.
issue there in that department.
Trying to use very political
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah, they're not very modern.
And that's definitely an argument that we could have for another day.
That is
but
a
I
great
feel like
debate.
that's
Yeah.
Or
not
not a debate,
something
but
that
just a
you can
conversation.
apply too much to Odyssey.
Well, and I didn't know. So in Galaxy, Luigi is the one who you're saving.
No, there are like
like
a
a
few
moment,
levels
yeah.
where
Oh,
you get to
okay.
save
Luigi's.
him.
Yeah.
So you're still saving.
Yeah,
Peach.
so you're still
You are.
No, oh yeah, you
You are.
are because of the Lumas. That's
Well,
right.
Yeah.
on
Oh, I forgot about that.
Now we're talking about Galaxy, but who's the princess in Galaxy? Like
Rosalina.
Rosalina's
Oh, so that's
great.
where she's
so
from?
she's from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We play
you
as
didn't
her in
even-
Mario Kart, but I didn't.
I haven't
know what
played it
she's
either.
from.
They're killing me, Zach.
I gotta take
But
my
seriously,
pills.
when are we going to get a Mario game where you get to play as Princess Peach and you're saving Mario's ass?
Now that really is ridiculous. Like there have been a couple of games on the handheld where you were Peach.
I've been Peach in a handheld.
and they had their own problems. So that's a discussion for a
float.
different
I think
time.
that would be an
Yeah.
interesting game.
Yeah. Now you could actually say in Super Mario 3D World, I don't think it mattered at all. I don't remember what the storyline. Actually, there may not have been one.
Oh, that'll be
what
my
was
favorite
the
one. I don't
story
think
of
it's
that game?
Yeah, you're gonna get
I just want
Because
levels.
pretty much from stage one all the way through the end, you could pick between 4 characters. You could be Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Toad at any time.
Oh,
you
Is
there
there
you go.
Yoshi?
No, there wasn't Yoshi. I don't think.
Is Yoshi in Galaxy?
Yes. And he has some fun Yoshi levels. Yeah.
Yoshi in space.
It's all yes, Space Yoshi.
Oh my
It's amazing.
God.
So you absolutely should play it. But That's a rare example of a game where Peach was very much an active player, and I'd only played as Peach. I was like, why'd you even give me these other 3 trash options? You know I'm only going to be Peach so I can be the prettiest one.
Also, it's funny that I'm so adamant about this storyline because when I play Mario Kart, I hate Peach so much. She's my least
true.
favorite character.
Is she really? I love being Peach.
But you know
Peach
what?
and Daisy.
Bitch doesn't need saving. all
She
right?
doesn't.
It's 2017.
She can
Let
drive her
save
own
somebody.
go-kart. Yeah, for real. I want a storyline where Peach has to go save Princess Daisy so they can go have a girls' day out.
Who is Princess Daisy?
Oh my God. Okay, you're killing me.
You know, all
You're
I need is
killing
Mario,
me.
Luigi, and Yoshi. I don't need
There
anybody
you go.
else.
I'm going to have a stroke. I'm going to have a stroke. It's coming.
All right, well, let's take a slight diversion, break for a little bit. Let's do some news. Let's talk about some news. Moment with Mogan time.
News: Sam beat Mario Odyssey.
How about you stall for me for 5 seconds?
Okay, well, while you're
News,
doing that,
Sam just beat Mario Odyssey.
Just
Yeah,
pick
we
the
have
news.
I actually had a couple things that in the news related.
Oh, never mind. I got it. We're good.
Never mind.
I've got it.
All right.
We're fine. I just had to make sure it
That's
would load.
great. That's so convincing.
We'll circle
Really
back
good.
around the mind. Let's just put a pin in it for right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick news. The next Splatfest theme for Splatoon 2 has been chosen. It is sci-fi versus fantasy.
Ooh.
Jared, what are you going to pick?
Those words mean the same thing.
Sci-fi.
Shut up,
Jared's
Sam.
gonna pick sci-fi. He's gonna pick sci-fi.
Shut up, Sam. God. So you can think about it because it
Yeah.
doesn't take place until November 17th. So
Okay.
next Splatfest for North America, November 17th.
On the 17th?
On
It's
the
not the
17th.
18th or the 19th?
No. So it will start for us 11 p.m. Technically, like midnight of the 17th, which means like midnight of that day.
So, okay.
Technically,
Friday night.
it will be Friday night. Yes.
Okay,
11
cool.
p.m.
So I'll be able to
there
play
or be
for
square.
a little
Yes.
bit.
Yeah, you better be on.
All right,
we're
cool.
getting to King and
'Cause
Queen.
We're busy the next day, and I was like, am I going to miss this another
We have a wedding.
Splatfest?
A brother's wedding.
Yeah, it's one I
Lame.
can't just miss.
Okay, so that's
It'll be a great time. I'm excited.
November 17th, the new Splatfest. We've also got the first round of DLC. We talked about this a little bit earlier. The first round of DLC for Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus is already out. It's the season pass. It features 4 episodes of The Freedom Chronicles, which is like side stories focusing on different characters from the series.
Cool.
So they're not featuring the protagonist in any of these 4. They all focus on different side characters. And then in other super good news, as we get closer to the holidays, retailers are already publishing their Black Friday sales for all these great games and consoles. We do have some crazy deals coming out. They've got a PS4 1 terabyte for only $199.
Holy shit.
That's crazy. I'm thinking about getting a new one just because, so that I can have one. And now that my PS4 doesn't get me,
Silly.
shut up.
Buy amiibos instead.
You know, that's a good point. So anyways, we'll get back
$200
to
Are
worth of
amiibos on sale?
No, so
Is Mario Galaxy on sale?
you
You
can
can
get
get
Mario
that for
Galaxy
cheap.
for $1
Yeah.
at used game store.
You guys, I was joking.
Wait, I
No.
can just let you borrow mine. Oh my god, I still
That's
own
true.
it. I'll do that. Send
Okay.
me a text. I'll bring it over for Sam.
I'll come get it from you tomorrow.
Okay.
In fact, I'll just follow you home tonight.
Okay, it's going to be a fun night. They've also got Xbox Ones for 500 gigs at $189. Not a bad deal.
That's not bad at all.
Now, that's not the
dang,
Xbox
500
One X, but if
gigs.
you can, right? And then game deals. They're going to be insane. Assassin's Creed Origins. $35, my man.
That's worth the pickup.
If you had waited just a little. But they've also got other older series like the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy, $25. It's like basically free. We've got Evil Within 2, $25.
Ooh.
Very new release, right? And it's only going to be $25. This is all mostly for Best Buy.
Okay.
Horizon Zero Dawn, $20.
Yeah, it's on 20 bucks.
Should've waited.
It's $20.
You should have waited.
Should have waited. You should have held out.
Held out.
That was the time.
It's $20 on Amazon right now.
There you go.
Oh, is
So,
it?
yeah.
Okay, suck it, Best Buy. We also have Mass Effect Andromeda. $15.
Decommissioned.
See, now that one I should have
longer.
waited. I just bought that one for $20. Damn.
And then 2 that are really important, Near Automata. For anyone
Oh, yeah.
that hasn't been able to play it yet, $25. Tekken 7. Everybody get on and play with me. It's $25. And then out now, so this is actually our real news for real games, LA Noire and Batman the Telltale series and Rhyme and Rocket League are all getting ported to the Switch today when this
Damn.
episode
Get
airs.
out of here. LA
So
Noire
again-
on the Switch?
Yeah, so
Hey,
LA
gotta
Noire
get
on
that Switch
Switch.
back.
You should play LA Noire.
We talked about this.
You did play it.
I did play it, and I played like 2 hours and was like, no.
That's come on.
And then we've also got Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Basically everything out today. Coming soon, we have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for the 3DS November 17th. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I struggle to say it. PS4, Xbox One, and PC November 17th. And then we've got Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
Again.
Coming out to the Switch
Let it-
November
just let it
17th.
die.
I can't wait to finally be
sake,
able to play it on the
Jesus.
Not a
real
fan, I
console
take
it was
it?
meant for.
It's one of my favorite games of all time, but they've been
Oh.
milking.
They really
that
have.
game
They need to
for
make a
so
new
long.
game.
Needs
It's
to
a
die.
shame.
That game came out in like 09.
11, I think.
Oh,
And then
But still. Yes.
it's been
Still.
6 years. The original Mario came out like 30 years ago.
the Elder Scrolls does take a long time for them to make new
it
games.
does.
Right, because
Yeah.
they're big, but still, this one, it's
geez,
just like
Skyrim
like,
again.
Bethesda keeps coming to these gaming
Like these
events.
gaming events, yeah, they're like, "What's new, Bethesda? Skyrim." It's
Skyrim
like,
again,
come on,
for your
give
latest-
us something
for your
else.
They
latest
really are
device.
cheating.
Yeah.
They're totally cheating. So, in other news, we have Sims 4, PS4 and PC, November 17th. That's what I said. Also coming out. Stuff. Bye.
Nice.
Peace.
Well, so a couple different things that I want to talk about, and I mentioned them yesterday on our Discord and tweeted about them a little bit. But EA came out yesterday. What is today? The 11th? So the 10th, November 10th.
Scumbag EA.
They came out and pulled a very
Pieces of shit.
different move than what
I
you would
love
expect
EA.
from EA.
So
I'm sorry. Did I say pieces of shit?
We'll get to the news real quick. On the Discord, we were having some discourse about EA because I think that this is all marketing. I think that someone was drunk at EA trying to make them look like the good guys for once.
I mean, maybe,
What are they
Fake
doing?
news.
maybe so.
What are they doing?
They came out and said that all seasonal content for Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be free.
They're pulling an Overwatch. They're pulling a Blizzard.
So basically,
right now.
everything they put, there are still going to be microtransactions in the game. You
Yeah.
can still buy things in game,
Yeah.
but there's no season pass. There's
That's
no paid for DLC.
That's
so people
That's
were,
where all games
which
should be
is-
going.
Well, right, and we've talked about that a lot. So to see EA of all developers,
Sure.
people have been complaining about EA's business practices for years and still are, even with this. But for them to be the ones to come out and be like, "Hey, all this is free," that's pretty crazy.
So here's the thing. I'm so mistrustful of EA. I feel like this is the bait.
You're waiting for the shoe to drop?
We're about to get like pulled out of the water forcefully with a hook in our mouths, and they're going to hit us with the
Maybe.
transactions.
Maybe.
But that's at least hopefully
Yeah, it sounds
promising
like a good
news.
thing
But
they're
I'm
doing.
not sold on this good guy image quite yet.
Then yesterday, also EA came out and said on the same day yesterday was a good day for entertainment news because Disney announced that Rian Johnson is going to be taking over a new trilogy of Star Wars movies, which is crazy. There's going to be
He's
a
a great
TV show,
director.
but that's a different media type that from this podcast. But EA also came out and said that they bought Respawn, the developer of Titanfall and
yeah.
Titanfall 2, and announced that there will be a new Titanfall game, which I'm very excited about
Neat.
because Titanfall 2 was an excellent
People
game.
love
It was a
Titanfall
great
2.
surprise from last
Yeah,
year.
people loved it.
I saw an interesting article about that made the case that, if anything, it would have been a great move for Microsoft to have been the ones to buy Respawn.
I could see that and agree
It
with
would
that.
have given them an edge that they currently do not have.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would have been a good move. That's
I agree
actually
with that.
kind
They're
of that's an
blowing it.
unfortunate missed opportunity because I feel like a lot of what Respawn makes translates to the consumer base of the Xbox really well.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
They're putting all their marbles in Halo 6. Something big's gonna come out with Halo 6.
When?
Yeah.
When's that?
I don't know.
When's that
Fuck
gonna
me if
happen?
I know. But they're working on that trailer. I'm sure.
And so the last thing that I saw that I wanted, because on the same day that you're hearing all these things, actually this news came out a little bit earlier, but on the same day that you're hearing all this about EA saying free seasonal content, it comes out in all the microtransaction news that we've been talking about lately. It came out, and this article is on extremetech.com. Ubisoft's microtransaction revenue just beat digital sales for the first time.
That's bad news.
That's not good.
That's bad news. That gives me I'm getting a sinking feeling.
Yeah,
not
that's
good.
Like, that's
Like-
crazy. It beat digital sales of their games.
That's not good.
That's just the
But
future is
so
microtransactions.
did it specify physical sales?
No, just digital.
Okay.
Physical
Okay, never
sales
mind.
is a different world.
digital sales
It's just
pie.
saying this digital,
Yeah,
this
no.
digital,
Blows.
two different ways
I'm
of
getting
buying things.
stressed.
Currently.
Starting to sweat. It's getting hot in here. Pull the plugs.
Take
I
a
mean, the world is burning. It is. What do you expect?
But so they're saying that yes, of the digital marketplaces that they have available,
So
either
people
full
are
games,
doing microtransactions. Who's buying this stuff?
Now,
I think
actually,
like
Not us.
12-year-olds.
that's my theory,
So
which is a
that-
sound theory.
Jared, this actually links back to you in a very big way. Did you see that the parent company that owns the studio that's making Red Dead Redemption, they expressly had like a board meeting or something where they were like, we want to make microtransactions in every game.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to be, Red Dead Redemption's going to be jam-packed with micros.
It is. I
I
mean,
mean, it makes money.
it makes money.
Do it.
And that's
Not
the
if
thing.
you don't buy it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Who's buying it?
Well, that's the thing.
12-year-olds.
12-year-olds.
Don't buy it. But
12-year-olds.
obviously, the majority of the market is saying, "Yeah, we want this." So that's the way it's going to go. But it is nice
our
that there is.
It is our
The
fault.
consumer's
We've
fault.
Honestly,
built
though,
our
It's
own
what we
demons.
always
secretly
the
want.
consumer's
It
fault.
is.
But
Whatever we want.
Here's the thing, though. Here's my take on this. With this news of like the seasonal DLC and everything free, if they can make money till their heart's content on microtransactions, but then give me post game release content for
Yeah,
free.
maybe. There
Can
you go.
Can you hit the camera real quick? Then I am all for that because I would rather have free post release content and not have to worry about buying the latest DLC and all that stuff, rather than having to than having to pay for it. Because if they're making their money through these microtransactions, people being like, "Oh, I want to buy these cosmetic items and different things like that," that's fine. Have at it. Go nuts. But if I get free new maps, new heroes, new characters, and all that stuff, and I don't have to pay for it, cool.
That's a good
I'm
point.
fine with that.
Good point.
So, all right. So the general consensus is Super Mario Odyssey is a masterpiece of our time. Nintendo really,
I feel like Zach
Straight
might
out of the
disagree.
base.
Oh, no. I can't say anything.
he hasn't played it
I haven't
enough.
played it.
He has played one
Oh,
level.
wait, I know.
Oh.
We didn't talk about, so you play with the Joy-Cons.
Yes.
Okay, so I've just been playing, I've been playing handheld actually quite
Yeah.
a bit.
Oh.
But then on the TV, I know, a sound thing. But on the TV, I had only played with the normal remote. And then last night, we actually played where one person is Cappy and one
Oh, that's
person is
right.
Mario.
Oh yeah,
which is
I
an
haven't
option.
been able to do
so
that
you haven't done that yet.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It
so
wasn't-
actually, there was kind of a.
It actually wasn't as fun as you would think.
No, because Cappy,
It's like a galaxy. Like
Cappy
you can
has
have your,
nothing
that
to
sounds
do.
like Luma and Mario.
and it's not that fun.
if you're Cappy, all you get to do is throw yourself out there when there's a bad guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does sound
Coin.
exactly like Luma
Yeah,
and
that's
Mario.
just-
Which
But
Mario
I-
still has the option to throw Cappy. So it's
Oh,
not like it's locked. So
bullshit.
you can kind
So
of
you
be
can
taken
be
over.
completely overridden.
Yeah.
I guess it's for like parents and their derpy kids. Like the
Maybe.
kid gets to be Cappy.
It's when you can finally
on,
like hand
Teddy, let's
the
play Mario.
controller
To
to
the
like the
kid and
3-year-old.
make
He's
them
like,
think they're
"I wanna
playing."
play."
So that they can feel like they're doing something,
Yeah.
even though you're like, okay, son, take it easy.
But I
Take
did
a step
finally
back.
play with the Joy-Cons, and I can't believe I wasn't playing like that the whole time.
You should have
It was
been
so much
the
better.
game even recommends it,
I
Sam.
know. I didn't realize that.
It's a thing again, like what we're saying. We had to keep it down and low because Fender gets very anxious because of certain sounds. It's weird.
Well,
we don't
also-
understand it, but Mario sounds are the worst culprit. No lie.
There were also a lot of times where you were playing something.
Just get onto it.
There
Sorry.
were also a lot of times where you were playing something on the TV, and so I was playing handheld, so that
Yeah.
we could like sit on the couch together.
Just gaming together. A couple of
That's
games
literally
together stays
never
together.
happened.
It hasn't. It's
I think
wonderful.
it was like a
It's
dream
great.
come true for
great.
Jarrett.
All right, that's enough. Let's wrap this up, everybody.
Okay, well, Super Mario Odyssey, a masterpiece. This seems to be our.
Yes, he's finally
there
on
he is.
camera.
He is on camera.
Yay.
Fender's on camera. Everyone
Say hi,
switch.
Fender.
Everyone
You're
switch to
live.
the YouTube, and you can see Fender on camera.
Oh, he's so
our producer.
beautiful.
He's like, wrap it up.
I need pets and treats. Damn it.
He does need pets and treats.
He really does.
He's a nibbler.
So this is crazy, and it will be interesting to see how Nintendo can do, because it so far has knocked it out of the park with Breath of the Wild and now Super Mario Odyssey. So it'll be interesting to see how well
And
they
I
can
think
do.
the Mario Kart is also very fun.
Yeah, Mario
because of
Kart's
all
still
the new types of battle you can do. I really
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
For real.
So it'll be interesting to see if Nintendo can keep up this great positive momentum that they've been
This great
going with so far.
positive.
Pa.
Because the dog's still on the camera. He's just making
Fender is still here.
He's still here. He's
boy,
just
Fender.
making himself a
Makes
big
You
part
guys,
of
he
it.
just wants to be a
happy.
podcaster.
I love puns.
All right. Well, before we go, we do have our song contest for this week. The hint coming to us from Mark Van Brie. His hint is: ever wanted to race a mustachioed monocle-wearing German and a Lancia Delta? Then this game is for you.
Oh dear. Say
I
that
already
one more
know
time.
exactly what it is.
One more time. Ever wanted to race a mustachioed, monocle-wearing German and a Lancia Delta? I hope I'm saying that right. Then this game is for you. All right, well, the song contest goes live Wednesday, 9 a.m., the day after this episode airs. First person to respond to the Facebook post or the Twitter tweet that we send out about it, or in the comments of the YouTube video below. What?
As opposed to a Facebook tweet.
Yeah, I mean, a Facebook post, a tweet. I should just say a tweet. So, about the song contest, first person to respond will get to send us correctly guessing the game, will be able to send us a song and hint for a future episode. But with that concludes this episode of Team Chat Podcast. Until next time, I'm one of your hosts, Jarrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
Sayonara.
Zachary Parks to my left.
Adios.
And our special guest, Samantha White-Wilson.
I'm out.
See you all next time. Stick around for the song.